Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like
Welcome to Cataract Falls in Spencer, Indiana.
as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun. As she puts
Welcome
her
to
hand
Adventure number 9. Today's adventures are going to take us to the state of Indiana. I've come in on Highway 74 from Illinois, and when I get to Crawfordsville, I turn south on 231. The park is off of Highway 231. You follow that down, and just south of the city of Cloverdale is the Cataract Falls, and you're about 3 miles to the park when you see the sign. So that's where we are today. I'm an early riser. It isn't even beginning to get light outside yet. I love getting up and watching the sunrise. I think it's the best time of the day, when the air feels different and the world hasn't gotten busy yet. One morning I went out 2 hours before sunrise and the stars were so bright and it was so clear.
we lay awake in bed. The laughs so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be, we're gonna be two hearts running wild. The moonlight, summer sky, it was the best we ever had. And we'll stay on forever. We'll never have regrets. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. We're gonna be, we're gonna be two hearts running wild.
Here is the turnoff for Cataract Falls from Highway 231 from the south. It's about 3 miles to the park now. You know you've arrived when you see the covered bridge on the right. At one time, this was the most photographed covered bridge in Indiana. There is plenty of parking, so the park can get busy. Indiana residents cost $7, and if you're a non-resident like me, you'll pay $9 per car. Lucky for me, it's free because state recreation areas in Indiana have a no fee in the off-season. I visited the park 2 days in a row because both days were cold and windy and it limited my time outdoors. In my opinion, off-season is the best time to travel. You're not fighting bugs or crowds. let's take a quick look at the top drops above the upper falls. Throughout this video, I'm going to show you footage from both days that I was there. The first day, it was a beautiful fall day, and then we had a few cold nights, and so I came back to see some pretty amazing icicles. And boy, I am really glad I came back. I've always had a love of covered bridges, and this one in the morning light left me awestruck. A quick walk from the end of the parking lot, and you're there. It's the beginning of December, and the shortest daylight of the year is just days away. I love this time of year. Lighting is so dramatic, and bam, that's the magic of a 360 camera. The slanted light of morning and my footsteps echoed on the old planks. I felt connected with the thousands of people who passed this bridge in decades past. I thought about horses pulling wagons and how the first gasoline cars sputtered along this very route. It was built in 1876 by architect Robert Smith, and it's a simple lattice work of X's. The bridge is 140 feet long, 45 feet wide, and 12 and a half feet tall, and spans the Mill Creek. This is the view from the main viewing platform. It's okay, but just up the path towards the lower falls, I'm going to take a quick walk to an unofficial overlook with clearly the best views of the upper falls. There are warnings of unstable cliff edges, so make your best judgment on visiting this overlook. The waterfall has large fractures that divert the water in strange angles. Looks like at any moment something will fall apart. Okay, it's time to see the rest of the park. First stop downstream will be the picnic area. This picnic area comes with some perks. There are a couple of grills and picnic tables, and the exposed rock rising out of Mill Creek has some spectacular fractures in it that make you think that it may have been a vertical wall feature at one time, but has since fallen and broken into pieces. And this rock formation exposed in a lot of areas downstream before you get to the lower falls, so make sure you walk the trail if you can. Cataract Falls consists of two sets of waterfalls on the Mill Creek, separated by about a mile with a trail from the upper to the lower falls. Both falls consist of a series of drops and a large drop at the end. The name Cataract Falls is also a waterfall classification. It occurs when a large amount of fast-moving water falls over a cliff. These cliffs were made from fine-grained sandstone. The total height of the upper falls drop is 45 feet, including all the drops from the covered bridge. It was hard to find the exact heights, but I think the big drop for the upper falls is about 20 feet, and the lower falls is about 18 feet. With the lower falls, it has a total drop of 30 feet from upstream, about 100 feet or so. If you look closely in this footage, you can see rapids in Mill Creek and then a definite line with smooth water beyond. That's the top of the lower falls. And just before you get to the lower falls, there's some absolutely beautiful potholes in the same sandstone. I didn't finish this walk down to the lower falls. I headed back to the van and drove. Yeah, I know, but it was a cold day and it was perfect for me. It's almost hard to believe that these two beautiful big waterfalls are just steps away from a parking lot, but they were, and I was really excited about this. So I'm going to go over and take a quick peek of the lower falls first, and then there's a little adventure at the end. If you look straight ahead of me, you can see the continuation of that path I was on in the last scene. And that's from the upper falls to the lower falls. Oh, wow. This was really incredible on a day with all of these icicles. Okay, so here we go on the adventure. Right next to the parking lot, there's a short little path, and it takes you down onto that sandbar that you could see from above. I imagine if the water was real high, that would be covered up. Well, that's really beautiful. Everything here is really beautiful. Oh. This is one amazing park. If you have not visited Cataract Falls State Recreation Area, this is a must-see if you're near Indianapolis. It's got the largest waterfall in Indiana, and there's two big waterfalls. This is the lower falls, the shorter one. But what amazing, there's about a half a mile hiking trail and picnic areas and the covered bridge and two waterfalls and this wonderful river. I understand that there's kayaking rentals for the river. But thank you guys all for watching my videos, and everybody have a wonderful day.